Hey guys, happy Saturday to everybody. I wanted to pop on and say hello, and I have another topic to chat with you guys about, so I thought I would come on and share Monroe. She's still in her little onesie, her personalized onesie, and her little headband to match, and of course this adorable pacifier. Love that pacifier. It's so special. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is lighting. Most of you who have followed me for any length of time, you guys know that I have struggled in this room with lighting being how I like it, especially when I'm in certain areas of this room because it is overhead artificial lighting. It's really hard for me to get it right and how I like it and how things I think should look in here. And so that brought me to wanting to discuss our dolls in different lighting. And I know I've talked about this before, but I wanted to talk about it again for those that may not have actually seen a previous video that I may have shared this information with you. So I thought it'd be fun just to chat about it. And focal point will be little Monroe. So one of the things that I do when I get every single new doll that comes into my nursery, I've done it for many years. I think it's a really good, fun test to see all truly how the doll looks in all different types of lighting. So the reason why I think it's important is, well, first off, we don't know unless an artist tells us specifically what type of lighting they, paint and create under. And so an artist brings to life how their vision is and how they want it to look, but it's under a certain type of lighting. And when you change the lighting, it actually changes how the painting can look. It can bring out different undertones depending on the type of lighting, the coloring of the lighting, the walls in the room that you actually have the doll in. All of it plays a part in how the doll looks and what different effects you see in every given doll. And it doesn't matter the medium. So, we're looking at a silicone doll. I've done it with silicone dolls. I've done it with my vinyl reborns. I've done it with clay sculpted dolls. I've done it with every medium of any doll I've ever had. So when the doll comes home, I not only, of course, see the doll in the nursery where the doll's going to live and spend most of its time, but I also am taking the doll and taking them into like my bedroom, my living room that have more neutral tones. So the walls in this room are very pink, so they bring out Monroe's very pink, newborn, reddish color. Pinks and purples, that's what you really see in this particular space. But if I take her into my bedroom that has more of a neutral wall color and a completely different type of lighting in there, like there's a lot more natural light in that room versus what's in here. In here I rely on overhead artificial lighting, which I hate, but it is what it is. I've gotten used to it and dealt with it. But if I take her into another room, depending on all the, the wall color, the lighting, and then I take her in yet another room, and the rooms that have the most natural light is actually her most true skin tone and coloring that I think is most true to her. And then ultimately I take the doll outside. And that's like, it's honestly, guys, it is the most harsh. So you see everything, every little flaw, every little detail, things that are meant to be there, things that maybe you didn't notice inside. That is truly, to me, the best way to know what you have when you get a new doll. And I do this, and I inspect the doll in natural lighting. So I'll take the doll outside, even in the winter. I have set down a blanket on the side porch and inspected the doll from head to toe, especially if it's a full body silicone doll. It doesn't matter whether it's the middle of winter. It's just, you get the best lighting. You can really see everything when you're outside. And I'll tell you what, I've actually had two dolls that I can think of that stand out, two full body silicone dolls that I've had in the past by two different artists, both for sleepers, and I had a very hard time with both dolls because I realized something, and that was like the base silicone color had a gray undertone to it. So it was almost gray in color versus flesh tone. So even though inside it wasn't noticeable, I took the dolls outside. Each one looked very similar. And I had a real hard time with that because, and I hate to say this, and I feel bad saying it because I've heard outsiders, compare our dolls to dead babies, which they are not at all, nothing. So I hate making reference to this, but it'll help you understand what I saw in the type of coloring that the dolls had. They looked very gray undertone, and because they were sleepers, it kind of bothered me. And both dolls I ended up not keeping for very long for those reasons, because I knew that, one, I'm a person that likes to take my dolls out. I like to take them for walks. And if someone were to peer in, they would think, wow, that's a gray looking baby, and that looks like maybe the baby has a problem. And so it affected how I bonded with those dolls, because I couldn't get past the actual coloring in natural lighting of them. In this room, they were fine because this room brings out more of the pink tones in a painted doll, but nope, couldn't get past it. So honestly, when I get a doll, that's one of the first things I do is I will look at them in all different rooms, all different lighting, and then outside. Another great tool, I guess you could say, is if you have a doll that may be looking like they may have an issue, like say you have a reborn, the varnish is coming off, or you're having a paint issue. Same with silicone. Maybe the matting has come off, or you might think that the paint is peeling, or you have a tear. And it's hard to tell because if you're inside, it's hard to tell sometimes what you're looking at depending on the lighting. So if I ever have an idea that I think that the doll might have an issue when I'm inspecting them, I'll take the doll outside under natural lighting, a nice bright day outside, and let me tell you, you can see exactly what's going on and what the actual issue is, if there is any, or if it's just, oh no, that's just part of the painting, that was there all along, or nope, that was just something I was seeing inside and under a different light. I find it very helpful because it's so harsh outside in natural light, in natural daylight. You just see everything. And even if I move Monroe over to one side of this room or to the other, I notice different things about her painting. Certain things stand out more, and that's literally because of the positioning of the window in the room. So farther away from the window, I notice different colors in her painting, in the layers and the depth, and then if I go closer to the window, I see more true natural lighting close to her, and it just brings out different things. And I just find it really, really interesting and also very helpful. Because I am a very particular type of collector and I notice these things, I want to be able to know what I have. I want to be able to see all of the wonderful depth that the artist painted into each doll. I just think it's miraculous, and I think it's all part of the artistry and really enjoying the art of this type of hobby. And yeah, I don't know, I just think it helps me bond with the doll better, or I figure out that I just don't have the bond that I thought I would with a doll. It all plays a part into whether I keep a doll, whether I sell a doll on to a new mommy. It really does play a part in that. And so I just thought I would share that with you because I know that some of my friends do this. I want to know if you guys out there do the same thing. Do you do the change and, move the doll to a different room test when you get a new doll? If you haven't tried it, try it. Check it out. See what you think. Take your dolls into different rooms in the house that have different colored walls, different lighting. Then take the doll outside and you'll really see. Maybe you notice things you might not have realized were there before. It's quite interesting, and it's a fun way to really enjoy your doll. But it's also like, I love taking my dolls outside. I really do. Not all collectors do, and I totally get that. Some people just are very shy and they don't want to be caught outside near the neighbors. Trust me, I know. But I love taking my doll, any doll I have, outside, and I have a nice side patio that is very private so nobody can be bothering me if I have a doll out there. But yeah, it's just a fun way just to see everything. And I'm telling you, it makes me really appreciate the work that goes in these dolls. In every doll, there are just layers and layers of colors and tones, and so much goes into making these babies look like living babies. It's very very cool. It makes me appreciate the art so much. And the artists and all that they do and all the work they put into these dolls, it really just makes me appreciate them all the more when I get to see all of the different layers of skin tones and all the beautiful little, I don't know, all the beautiful little markings, if there's birthmarks, you name it. It's great to see all of that. It's what brings these babies to life. And I just appreciate that so much. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. So if you guys haven't tried that out, check it out. I'd love to hear your feedback if you guys are type of collectors that do move your dolls to different rooms so you can see them in all lightings. Feel free to comment below because I'd love to hear. I want to know. But anyways, guys, I hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Monroe and I are having a wonderful start to our day. I'm going to try to get caught up on a few videos. I haven't really had time to watch really any videos this last couple of weeks, really, because if you watched yesterday's video, it's because I've just been so busy. Work has been crazy busy, so I just have been so exhausted. So at night when I do have time, I just don't have the urge to sit down and watch videos. So hopefully I'll get to a couple today, get to see some of my friends and some of the channels I sub to and try to get caught up on some. So I hope you guys enjoy the start to your weekend. And Monroe and I will see you all soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.